Driving skills affected by drugs, vision, perception, and judgment, Part 1. All substances have the potential to impair your physical and mental driving abilities. As a new driver, you should be aware that if you are impaired by any drug, you could be pulled over and charged with DUI or DWI, driving while intoxicated. This holds true for both prescription and over-the-counter drugs as well as illicit drugs. Drugs that are depressants, stimulants, or hallucinogens all have biological effects that can cause a variety of impairments. You can keep an eye on your physical and mental health and prevent driving while inebriated if you know what to look out for. Good vision and muscular coordination are two of the most crucial physical qualities you need to be able to drive safely, so let's start there. Eyesight impacted by drugs. For drivers, having clear vision is crucial. You cannot safely drive or take action to prevent danger if you are unable to appropriately assess the situation on the road in front of and surrounding your car. Drugs will partially affect your vision, and even very little vision impairments increase the likelihood that you may miss crucial information and have an accident. Alcohol, heroin, benzodiazepines, and prescription opioids are all depressants that slow down the central nervous system and affect how well the small muscles that control eye movement operate. This will make it difficult for you to adequately scan the road and may cause object fixation. Smoking, taking Ritalin, drinking coffee, and using cocaine are stimulants that can overstimulate eye muscles and cause excessive eye movement. This will make it more difficult for you to concentrate on a single location and get thorough visual data about a particular section of the road ahead. Additionally, hallucinogens like LSD and marijuana can impair normal eye movement, resulting in drivers gathering insufficient visual data. Along with it, the motorist could have hallucinations and see fictitious objects on the road. Drug-related coordination issues. Central nervous system depressants can obstruct the messages the brain sends to the muscles it controls. They may therefore hinder your ability to move, balance, and coordinate, three physical abilities that are essential for drivers. Numbness, delayed motion, heavy limbs, and lack of balance are side effects of depressants. Tremors, shaking, compulsive movements, and the inability to remain motionless are all side effects of stimulants. Either of these effects could be caused by hallucinogens. You might move slowly and unbalanced, or you might move frantically and compulsively. When consuming a hallucinogen, people frequently feel detached from their environment, which can cause them to move incorrectly. This can prevent you from using your foot to discover a pedal or your hands to find important hand controls. The driver will be less able to control their car and consequently more likely to get in an accident, regardless of the exact physical effects of the substance that has been consumed. Stimulant-induced impairments. Any chemical that has a stimulating effect will increase brain activity and turn up the signals that the central nervous system sends to the rest of the body. Stimulants frequently cause feelings of agitation and hostility. Your mind will be overactive and unable to concentrate on any one task well. When you're driving, it will seem like everything around you is moving at a frustratingly sluggish rate while your thoughts is rushing. Additionally, you'll be incredibly distracted, making it more likely that you'll make errors that enrage other drivers. This is a prescription for argument, erratic driving, and wrath on the road. Drivers who are high on stimulants are simple to identify. Some typical warning indicators include tailgating, driving at a high rate of speed, frequent lane position changes, frequent lane changes and passing, breaking right-of-way regulations, ignoring traffic signal timing, generally dangerous conduct, failure to exchange information with other driver, jerky acceleration and braking. The primary driving abilities that stimulant medications will impair are broken down as follows. 1. Seeing. It could be difficult to get comprehensive information about the road if your gaze is shifting too much. You might also simply stare at what you see without taking it all in. 2. Focus. It is really challenging to focus your mind on a single task when under the influence of stimulants. Events from the past and the future that have nothing to do with your current environment or the activity at hand could cause you to become distracted. 3. Awareness. It will seem like everything is moving more slowly than it truly is. You'll probably drive faster than you intended to since you miscalculated the speed and proximity of other things. 4. Recall. You will find it more difficult to access stored memories without getting sidetracked by other ideas and occurrences if you use stimulants. Additionally, it may be challenging for you to decide which information needs your attention and how to connect memories with what you see around you. Even though your mind is working more quickly, it will still take you longer to think things through and decide what to do. 5. Arguments. You probably won't be able to reason things out thoroughly enough to make wise choices. You will also have trouble planning ahead. For instance, you might decide in a hurry to cross a street before the signal turns green without pausing to think about the possibility that you might hit other vehicles on the other side. 6. Decision. The sensation of invulnerability that stimulants can produce makes people more likely to ignore risk and make risky decisions behind the wheel. Deficiency brought on by depressants. By inhibiting brain activity and muffling the messages the brain sends to the rest of the body, depressants impair the central nervous system. Your breathing, digestion, and other essential biological functions will all slow down. Depending on the drug's potency, you could experience tremendous calm, sleepiness, and detachment from reality. Everything your body and brain does when under the influence of a depressive takes longer and is harder. Simple physical chores will be more difficult for you to do, and it will take much longer than normal for you to think things through and decide what to do. When added together, these impacts lead to a fatally prolonged reaction time, which is dangerous if you're driving. A driver under the influence of a depressive drug will not perceive danger the same way that a sober driver does. In fact, they could not even recognize danger. They may feel so detached from their environment that they are unable to comprehend why it is necessary to strive to prevent crashes.